What is going on, everyone? Just back with a new video. And as you can see by the title already, I'm going to be talking about some of the little boo-boos I've acquired during this whole process. So for those of you that are kind of squeamish, it won't be real graphic or anything, but I understand you don't really want to watch, like scars and cuts and things like that or hear about it. Kind of gross. And for some of you other weirdos out there, you might find this kind of interesting. So I'm going to share some of my new acquisitions with you. So I'm going to start up top as I take my shirt off. Don't get too excited. This is a family-friendly channel. I'm going to talk about the Chemo port that I've been given. So what this is rather than sticking a person every single time they go in for a treatment or a blood draw, a port is implanted underneath the skin. So here's mine, okay? So I had this device implanted under my chest, under my skin, on top of my pec muscle. You can kind of see there's a bump there, right? Give a little perspective. So there's a bump there, and there's a hose that comes all the way up and is tied into a vein or an artery. So whenever they draw blood, they just stick the needle in and suck it right out, and it's simple. And every time I go in for a treatment for chemo, they stick the needle in as well, and then the drugs are administered in through the port and then directly into my circulatory system. So that is how that works. As far as the surgical scars go, I've got a few of those which I'll share with you, okay? So when they did the surgery, I know I got a lot of hair and shave for this, don't worry. They went in through here, and there's another one right here. It's a small scar. So they're not too bad. Get in the light a little bit there. So they went in through here, and they cut the colon from those two locations, and then they ended up pulling the colon out. Don't worry, through this scar right here, or this hole right here. Okay, so that's where they pulled out the colon. So that's what I've been left with thus so far, and God willing, all I have left is once I finish my chemo treatments, then they'll take this port back out, and that will be it. So, the ease of getting blood drawn and getting the drugs administered through this thing has been, I guess it's made the process easy. So, in all of this, I guess having this thing put in is really important. But really though, I've had it for about 5 or 6 weeks now, and at first it was sore and it bothered me. And it still bothers me a little bit, but after all this time, I feel like it's become a real part of me. Anyway, so just a little quick video, just kind of sharing some of the experience with you, but that's all I got. It's time to go, and as a great man once said, porting is such sweet sorrow. So I'm thinking maybe after all of this is over, maybe a fresh start. Maybe even moving somewhere like Oregon, Portland. But throughout all of this, I've had almost no appetite. Occasionally, I'll get a craving for something like a porterhouse with some portobello mushrooms. Some days I just don't feel so well, so I'm really not doing much. So I'll just sit around and watch Netflix or play some games like... So I just got back from doing a little shopping at Pottery Barn.